into a state of spiritual darkness. This is designed. They want to keep people in a state of spiritual darkness because they can control them. They don't ask questions. Their lives essentially are just a step or two above an animal. We drive by a field where cattle are grazing in the field. We drove by the other day and the cattle were out in the field grazing. We came back an hour or two later, same cattle, same field, still grazing. None of them were at the fence wanting to know what was on the other side of that fence. None of them were huddled together, having a little conversation among themselves to figure out what are we going to do tomorrow. Not one of them were asking a question about what am I doing here to begin with and where am I going to be a week from now. You know, they're just cattle, they're just grazing, and they're in the field. And all you got to do is, any one of those cattle, I mean, you're looking at a 1,500-pound cow. It could take that fence out in a heartbeat. Now, if you had a tiger in there, somebody said the other day that a predator like that has got to be smarter than a cow. You see, all the cow has to worry about is green grass. Put him in a field, he's got all the grass he can eat, he's happy. But a predator, like a lion, a tiger, you know, carnivore, they got to be smart. They got to figure out how they're going to catch these animals. They're going to figure out how they're going to kill them. They've got to figure out what the time of the day is the best time. All this stuff. And they're going to be there and they're smarter. And I thought to myself, I've never heard it put that way before, but I guess that's right. They are. They got to be smarter. They want you to be just like the cattle grazing in the field. That's where they want you. That's exactly where they want you. And a zombie, yeah, just control you. They want to control you. And when you start going down that road, folks, that is a slippery slope indeed. You can get in big time trouble. I'm going to stick with the book. I don't know how many, I can't belabor it enough. Stay with the Bible, folks. Stay with the book. 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 And both Old and New Testaments written in Scripture.